Accept what you lost and see it as a blessing. In this video, I'm simply reminding you that there is a reason God, the universe, took certain people out of your life. I'm reminding you how you felt when you were still in that situation. I'm reminding you how non-reciprocal that relationship was for you. How you bent over backwards for that person. How that person called your phone and you would tell them yes every single time just to maintain the friendship or the relationship. And that person did not return the same energy to you. I'm reminding you how no matter what you've done for that person for countless years, they still betrayed you. They still talked about you behind your back, tried to get other people to perceive you in a negative light, tried to make you the antagonist, tried to constantly make you the bad guy just because they could not control you and they could not control your progress. I'm reminding you to accept what you lost and see it for what it really is. It's a blessing. You are finally free. Think back at all the problems that you had in your life when you were trying to maintain that relationship. All the messy situations, all the gossip, all the drama, all the pain, all the heartache, all the confusion. Remember how you felt. Remember what was going on in your life when you entertained that person. Yes, you cared about them. Yes, you've known them for a long time. But you met that person at a certain frequency. You met that person at a certain time in your journey. But you've grown. You've evolved. You've transcended that mindset. And that person, unfortunately, has not. They're still extremely immature. They're still extremely jealous, constantly in a low vibrational state of mind. They can't stand to see you happy. They can't stand to see you succeeding. They can't stand to see you transcending the negative of your life. If they're still living in the negative, they want you to be with them. And because they can't drag you down with them, they wreak havoc in your life. You may have never considered this person hateful. You may have never considered them jealous. But how do you explain their behavior? Would you treat someone the way they treated you if you loved them for real? Would you do someone the way they did you if you loved and cared about them and had their best interests at heart? Is it so hard to believe that they are jealous of you? Is it so hard to believe that they wanted to see your downfall? They loved to connect with you when you were going through heartache, when you were down and out, when you had drama and trauma. But when you're ascending, when you're succeeding, they can't relate anymore. They don't know how to keep up with that conversation. They began to feel uncomfortable around you. They didn't know how to keep up. You were changing to them. You are no longer their low vibrational friend. You are no longer their drama friend. You're no longer that toxic partner. You've changed. And they refuse to change. Not because they're unable, but because they'd rather see you on their same level or beneath them. Who do you think you are? You think you all that? Okay. You got some spiritual knowledge. Okay. You went through your spiritual awakening. Who do you think you are? Some type of saint? They tried to degrade you just because you were doing better for yourself. They tried to put you down, make you seem like you were a bad person just because you were exercising boundaries and self-respect. Accept what you lost and see it as a blessing, because that's really what it was. Rejection is God's protection. Sometimes the universe will take things and people out of your life that no longer serve you, and it's completely out of your control. You have feelings, you have inclinations in your spirit. You can feel the change. You can feel the change in dynamic with your relationships, but you don't know exactly what it is. You can't really put your finger on it because you don't have any proof. You just have the feelings. But your intuition is right. That backhanded joke, you were right. That shade, yeah, that was shade. You were right about that. That person talking about you behind your back and that conversation being brought to the light, yeah, that really did happen. That person going behind your back, cheating on you, doing wrong by you, and it coming to the light, yeah, that really did happen. Would you do that to someone that you love? Would you do that to someone that you really care about? No. And you're not crazy. You're not the only sane, loving person in this world. Your expectations are not unusual and they're not too high. If someone is treating you in a way you would never do someone that you love, guess what? Them being stripped away from your life was a blessing. Don't forget your thoughts when you were in that situation. Don't forget the animosity. Don't forget the disdain that you had. Don't forget the confusion that you were constantly in when you were around these people. Don't forget the anger. Don't forget the sadness. Don't forget the betrayal. Don't forget. Sometimes when we get a little bit lonely and we want that person to vent to, we want that person to snuggle with, maybe to smoke with, have a drink with, just someone that knows you, right? Someone that knows you like the back of their hand. But maybe it's your new lesson to not tell anyone everything about you. Maybe it's your new lesson to keep certain things to yourself so that it can never be used against you. Maybe you're learning how to be more reserved, how to keep things sacred to yourself. Maybe you're learning how to have boundaries with a romantic partner or a friend. Maybe before you didn't have any boundaries. You let people in on everything in your life. Then when they got the opportunity, they weaponized it, victimized themselves, and made you the antagonist. Maybe you're learning self-respect right now. Maybe you're learning how to nurture and build your confidence and your self-esteem. Sometimes it gets lonely. Sometimes we think, well, was I the one in the wrong? Was I the toxic one? Should I have given that person another chance? No. You know what you did for that person. You know what you've sacrificed for that person. You know all the chances you gave that person. You know you had that person's best interest at heart. But what did they give you in return? Negative energy, attitude. Not a good partner, not a good friend. Waiting to dethrone you, waiting to crucify you, waiting to put a magnifying glass on your imperfections so they can have a one-up on you. You gave them patience and grace. They showed their true colors. Accept what you lost and see it as a blessing. Because I'm reminding you that that's what it is. When you're growing and you're going to a whole new level in life, things are going to feel very uncomfortable. You're walking in new land. You've never been here before. You've never been without your friends. You've never been without your partner. You've never been without that certain family member. This is a new life for you. But now you have peace of mind. Now you have peace. Nobody knows too much about you. Nobody can smear your character behind your back. Nobody can talk about your relationship. Nobody can talk about any failures you have in your life. No one can talk about and magnify your imperfections. No one can try to make you feel bad about yourself. No one can make you feel worthless. You have nothing but space and opportunity to attract better for yourself because you deserve it. You deserve healthy, balanced, confident friends that want to do nothing but give love, give support. You deserve a loving, generous partner that's going to love you no matter what y'all go through. You deserve new opportunities, new environments. You deserve new hobbies, a new community, a new network. You deserve that. Now you're finally in a place where you can give that to yourself. Don't forget that. Yes, you're charting unknown territory. But it's impossible to dream too big. You can make the friends you want. You can be a part of the community you want. You can embody the type of energy you want. It's just a choice away. You've been stripped out that old, toxic situation for a reason, and I'm reminding you that reason. You were stunted. You were stagnant. Your blessings were being paused because you kept turning around and lifting up people that were dead weight. You no longer have that weight on you. You're free to fly. You're free to be the new you. You're free to invent yourself. You're free to be whatever and whoever you're meant to be. Once again, accept what you lost and see it as a blessing. Because you being stripped away from that toxic situation was the blessing in itself. If you know anyone that needs to hear this message, share this video. Always remember, grow in peace, and success is a journey, not a destination.